And here we go. This is game number 8. The season is winding down. This is one of 3 remaining games. We have 2 players who are out on a out-of-town trip with the school. We got 1 player back from injury. So kind of, mostly the same team we've had all season. But for the last 2 games, we ought to be back full strength with every single player going. So now, if you're watching these in order, Game 7 was it was a bad game to watch. But since I didn't record it, you didn't have to watch it. You just saw the recap. Game 8 is going to be a lot better. We're going to play this game the way we ended Game 7. We do not face their number 1 pitcher. So we're going to be a lot of offense scored, a lot of base running going on, a lot of defensive plays being made. We faced 2 of their pitchers in this game. Neither one of them are their number 1 pitcher. So it was a really competitive game. We played really good. And let's get to it. So for this game, for us, number 17 is going to wind up pitching the entire game. She's only scheduled to pitch 2 innings, and then we're going to swap her in 27. The 27 pitched the last 2, but because she was pitching so good and keeping us in the game, I left her in there, let her pitch the whole game. So 27 will stay at shortstop for the entire game, and we will not swap pitchers. So to give you a heads up on what's going to happen here, we're going to lead the game. They're going to come back and tie it. We're going to take the lead back. They're going to come back and tie it. They're going to hold us. They're going to keep it tied. In the last inning, they're going to take the lead. And we're going to get on base, and we're going to start getting some offense going for our chance to tie the game back up, and time's going to run out on us. So this is one of those games of, we really could have won this game. We had a chance. We fell just a little bit short. But the good thing is, like I mentioned earlier, our pitching kept us in it. We've had several games where our defense hasn't been able to play because the pitching has been so good from the other team, shutting our offense down. And then our team, we ended up walking a lot of batters. So in this game, we're going to give up a lot of hits. And obviously, if you're watching like a baseball game, MLB level, that's not good. But for rec ball, that's great. That means we're playing defense. That means we're all getting to learn. And everybody out there is getting to get better at what they do. So that's what we want. We want pitchers with those strikes that are hittable balls. That way, the team's defense gets better. We improve, we get playing time. The whole point of this is to get better for spring when we have competitions. Now, that being said, don't get me wrong. If we could pitch like the other team with their number 1 pitcher, I'd take it. Don't get me wrong, that's still winning a game, and you want to win. But, at least this way, like we play today, we get to learn. We get to get a lot better, and the 2 teams' pitching was evenly matched. So that makes the game far more competitive and just a lot more enjoyable to watch games go this way. Because it was, everybody's talking about the last game. We've had a couple of games like that before where they're like, it's just not even fun to watch it. It's just obviously everybody watches. The kids are playing, but it's even the kids playing it are like, this ain't no fun. So yeah, that's this game is a lot better, and I'm gonna love the way this one goes out. I hope you enjoy it. And if you've been watching the background all this time while I've been just rambling on here, you'll notice I'm no longer hitting balls to the team. I've come out. We have a new person out there hitting balls. You might recognize him. He was the head coach of the Gray Pirates. And I caught him out of retirement and come out here and help me out with the team a little bit. So he's been helping me out with practices and giving me some pointers, especially with pitching, because definitely my weak area is working with pitchers. Probably my strength, I consider my strength to be defense at least. So we brought him out of retirement. He come out here. He's coaching third with me a little bit today. One of my base coaches had to work, so he came in and filled in. That way I didn't have to both coach the base and be the head coach and keep the scorebook. So he helped me out a lot. And I learned a lot from him over a couple of years. And I've learned a lot from the other team, too. I talked to the Red Pirates. I've talked to their head coach a lot over the past couple of years of playing them. And the Gray Pirates coach here, obviously now he's out here helping me on my team some, too. So it's, you gain a lot from talking to other coaches, get little pointers from them. So he's out here warming the team up today, helping me out. And a lot of stuff I'm watching and learning here, how ways I can improve and be better to help the team be better in the future. In the meantime, we are on the visiting side. We're going to bat first, so I'm going to stop the long intro. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to the warm-up pitches for the first inning. All right, so for the Red Pirates, their starting pitcher is going to be number 43. You'll know her. We've faced her a lot. She has pitched for them every season we've played. So, know them all pretty good. Obviously, the catcher is the same catcher they always have. You notice her hopping around like a frog. Don't hardly anything get by her. That girl can stop just about any wild pitch from getting by her. And she'll have a little spin move and be up ready to throw in a hurry. So, yeah, sit back and watch them warm up for a minute. For the Black Pirates come up the bat, we're going to have, for the first inning, 10 batters. Like I said, you can get some offense on this one. We got 34 leads off with 53 batting second, 17 batting third, 27 batting fourth, 19 batting fifth, 7 batting sixth, 21 batting seventh, 3 batting eighth, 18 batting ninth, 28 batting 10th. That would be the end of the first inning there, and then leading off the second inning, our last batter is number 4. And then we'll go back top of the lineup after that. Yes, and those are crickets you hear in the background. Just like the last game, I'm recording this voiceover on the back porch because it is a beautiful fall afternoon here. It is the, what day is actually recording this? I'm recording this on October the 9th, 2023. The game was actually played last week, but I just now get to the voiceover. October the 5th is when the game was played. So yeah, you'll see other videos coming out. I spent all weekend working on my Jeep because it was broke. Anyways, I got it fixed now. That took the entire weekend away from me, so I didn't get any film editing done over the weekend. So now I'm getting all this stuff done on a Monday after work. So yay. You're hearing crickets in the background. And the Braves playoff is on TV, and it ain't looking too good so far. And remember, we are muting the walk-up music. All right, the first at bat for the Black Pirates results in a pop out to second base. The out was caught by a former Black Pirate, number 47, so good play for her.
One strike. Come on, Taylor. You got it, Taylor. Let's
go, babe.
Our pitcher splits the gap in the infield defense and gets base hit. We got runners on first and second.
Go, lady.
And finally, 8 games into the season, I'm getting to actually record number 27 come up to bat. Since I didn't record game 7, I missed her at bats that game. All right, first pitch back, and it is fouled off. She's at least making contact. She ain't got her full power there. I noticed the bat slid down her back. She didn't spin the barrel really quick. So we're working that in practice, but hey, it's your first full game back, so it's we'll have to clean that kind of stuff up. She ain't played in 2 months.
Ball. Come on, Taylor. 2 balls, 1 strike. Go 4-3, 4-3.
Yep.
There you go.
Good job, Taylor. Good job, Jada.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Right here, 43. Come on. Woo!
Good, how are you? Good job, Jada.
Ball.
Come on, Taylor, let's go.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Brianna, be ready.
Stay in front. There you go, Jay.
Let's go, Taylor.
Good stop, 2-4.
What you think, Stan?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why she looked at me like that. Good friend, good idea. Ah.
Brianna, be ready. It's going that way.
Ball. One ball, 2 strikes.
Let's go, Taylor.
Come on, Taylor, right here. Monty, let's go.
Now, right there, my pitcher either made a really smart play or did not make a smart play. I'm not sure, but she did not slide at home. Either she's very smart play, realizing that there was bases were loaded and it was a forced out, or she did not make a smart play and she should have slid. I'm not sure which one it was. But either way, the result is an out either way.
Woo, good pitch, Taylor.
2 balls, 1 strike. Good ball.
Sorry, Taylor.
Good snag, Jada. Good job, babe.
2 balls, 1 strike. Woo!
Woo, good pitch, Taylor.
3 balls, no strike. Ball 4.
You got it, baby. Go, Taylor. Yep. Woo, nice.
You gave me too much money. He's like, what happened?
2 balls, 1 strike.
So right here, our base runner was very unsure of the rules. She just got walked, but she thought because I was going to be 5 runs at the plate, she could turn and come back. But fortunately, she either remembered or somebody pointed out, you actually got to go run up here and tag first for this walk, that run that scored to be official. So she ran up, tagged first, and everything's good. We took the 5-0 lead. There's 5-run limit on the innings, so we only had 1 out against us the entire inning. We just kept putting batters on, and they either got walked or they got hits. So we got a couple hits in that one, quite a few walks, and 1 hit by the pitch. So, but for future reference, anybody watching the game, if you're walked, you still have to actually go tag first base. Until you tag first base, it don't count. So looking at these stats here, 3 of our first 6 batters all put the ball in play in fair territory. We had a couple that fouled them off, but 1 was a ground out, 2 of them got base hits. The other 3 of our first 6 batters all got walked. So this is what we need to grow and get better. We need, hittable pitches, and we need to be swinging at them. And that was all good. Now, they, I guess, a lot like our players do, they walked our last 4 batters, which ended the inning. So, we've done that before too. So now we're going to come up, and you're going to see pretty good pitching. Again, like I say, we're going to give a lot of hits. But the thing is, we don't walk nowhere near as many batters as we usually do. So I think with a little bit better defensive play, we could have got out of these innings earlier. We could have limited damage a little earlier, but we made a few errors on defense. And it's just from lack of experience. I mean, honestly, we haven't been able to play as many games as we wanted because we've been walking too many batters. So this game was a lot better there and a lot more enjoyable to watch, and definitely was beneficial for our learning. And there's several good defensive plays made in this game. There's just a few that weren't good. And you get to see those, and I'll point them out when they happen.
All there.
You got this, right? Yeah! Shawty, that was out Go, Annalie! I'm sorry.
Get a ball. One ball, 2 strikes.
This ball gets hit right out our short center fielder here. She fields the ball, comes up with it, gets it over to second baseman. Second baseman gets in, holds the runner at 1. The only thing I could point out there, and she doesn't have a lot of infield experience, but she was really late reacting to the ball. The ball had already got past the pitcher, and she's still standing upright. She was not getting down and ready like she should be, playing a hybrid infield-outfield position. But that's something with more practice our team will get better at.
Strike.
Easy pop fly for the pitcher, but we don't make the catch. So now 1 mistake is going to compound into 2 mistakes as the shortstop is going to overthrow to second baseman. Right fielder wasn't paying attention, didn't get the ball back. So this was just a lot of people weren't paying attention. Actually, I take it back, the right fielder was paying attention to this play. I'm thinking another play there. First baseman fielded the ball, got it back in, limited the damage, but pitcher and shortstop both together made errors. All right, I'm going to freeze this tag here just to show you. We did actually get him out, but, you know, the umpire doesn't have the benefit of being able to freeze plays in live action, so he called it safe. But the reason why she was out was that her foot couldn't make the home plate. She slid her foot into our pitcher's foot. So otherwise, she would have been safe. So he just didn't see the foot. That's all that is. And I'm not critiquing the umpire there. That's impossible to see all that. I'm just pointing out that these are close plays, and you can't let plays get close. That tag and throw should have been lower to make that easier call. And again here, you're about to see a bad location on the throw. Fortunately, second baseman adjusts and fields the ball. Center fielder, once again, is just standing there watching, not getting down and ready, not contributing. So we got to work on this in practice. Now right here, everybody's going to be in position. Third baseman's in position. Shortstop's backing up third. Left fielder's backing up shortstop. Good job, Black Pirates. Everybody's where they're supposed to be. So ground ball up the left-hand side here, just out of reach of third baseman. Don't worry, number 21, you didn't do anything wrong. That was just a good play. Shortstop kind of made a bad read. She jumped the wrong way first and jumped back this way. That's just, she hasn't played in a year, or shortstop in a year, so that's just inexperience. I don't think she's going to get that ball either way, though, even if she made the right jump. It'd have been closer. Left fielder did her job. She made the play. Everybody did good here. Like I say, there's lessons to be learned there from shortstop, but it wouldn't have cost us to play. Either way, that same result's going to happen. And so again, here's another play. The shortstop and the second baseman both go over to cover second with the runner stealing, and once again, that center fielder looks like a cardboard cutout standing there. She did not even budge. So, God, we got to work on this from outfielders. I'm not even sure which one that is. And a good decision from the catcher. Third baseman makes the play. Shortstop's backing it up. Left field's backing it up. Everybody's where they're supposed to be. The runner's still safe. But this is, you're seeing the good side. Everybody, infield, outfield, are all coordinating. Everything's working together. That's what I need to see. Like I say, up the middle over here, I've got to work more. That's on me. I'm not coaching them good enough, I guess, because they look like they don't know what to do. And they should know what to do, so I'll have to work on that with them.
One ball, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes.
Now I need to point out what's about to happen here. We got runners split first and third, less than 2 outs. Runner on first should be stealing second. The infield knows it. They're running over to cover the steal. Coming up here, obviously hasn't happened yet. But what I'm going to notice here is that center fielder I keep calling out, well, she's going to respond this time. She's actually going to go over and back up second base. So whichever center fielder you are, and I don't have the list in front of me of who played that position in this game, that time right there, you did what you should have done. So good job right there from the short center fielder. So if you're watching this and you see yourself there, just know right there you did what you should have been doing. That was a good job. So here we're going to get a base hit to left field. Shortstop's going to make a bad initial jump again. Not too bad, though. The left fielder, ball's going to go over her head. That is something we teach not to allow to happen. You need to play deep enough the ball doesn't go over your head, because what's going to happen here is 88's essentially going to hit a home run. So, and she's a fast runner, so she rounded all the bases before left fielder can get the ball off the fence and throw it in.
It's the same thing for baseball. If you hit a home run, it's going to count.
Not yet. Hey, clean off third.
Oh, look at it. Catches out first.
Is that for the home run over the pitch?
Hard to believe. Dressed and ready.
All right, last thing I want to do is get sued by Taylor Swift, and so I'm gonna turn the audio down here. She can't hear it because God knows if she sued me, she'd probably make a song about it. It'd probably make her rich too. Anyways, we'll talk about what just happened here in the game. You know, I said before this video started, I pointed out that this is gonna be a really good game, and guys, I know you're hearing a lot of critiquing, especially if you're the team watching this. Yes, I'm critiquing a lot of plays. This is what I want to be doing. This is awesome. I'm loving what I'm seeing. We're getting to make plays. We're getting to learn and grow. That's the words I'm looking for. You know, in previous games, we just walk a lot of batters. You don't get that many chances to execute the plan. You know, we can do this stuff in practice, but in the game, in the moment, you know, you don't know what's coming. You don't know when the ball is going to come to you. You react and you think differently. The best experience is game time experience. Obviously, we practice it so that it becomes second nature, but sometimes it don't come out that way. So I'm loving that I'm getting to critique little small things. You know, the shortstop's hips, as she's a 2-3 plays there, she jumped initially the wrong way. Actually, one or two of them, she jumped before the ball was even hit. So she in her head, she's thinking ahead, which is awesome, but she's reacting it before the ball is even hit. That's something she'll, as the game slows down for her, she gets playing a little more, that'll get better. Now, the left field, the ball going over her head. The center fielder not being in position down and ready. These are little things that we can grow, we can critique and get better at. And I am loving that we're getting to play a game close enough and competitive enough that I can see these little things and I can go back and watch the video and point them out. So hopefully the team gets to watch this and y'all can learn from this. And this is where I was saying I love that our pitcher right here is throwing strikes. Yes, I know the end result is we're losing this game. And that sucks. Nobody wants to lose the game. But in this kind of game, I can teach them. And I can help them. And I can help them grow and get better. But games like we had before, we just walk in 5 runs because we can't get strike zone. Nobody's getting better in that game. You know, and we can't get better on offense because we're getting struck out every single batter. Just those are the games that are no fun and we can't grow and get better.
Come on, Lily. You got this. Good night.
Dead ball.
Here we go with a base hit in the outfield. Runner on third scores. Runner coming from second. Rounds third. Is going to make an awkward slide right here. She's going to score for run number 10. Now, this is, as I've pointed out before, she's still got a brace in her ankle. She's just coming back and playing, so I don't know what kind of slide that was. But either way, little small things to critique. Awesome job, Black Pirates. We are back in the lead, 10-5. And the irony is, as I'm recording this and doing this voiceover right now, Austin Riley just hit a 2-run home run in the, looks like the 8th inning. They just took the ticker off. They were showing a replay of his home run now. Literally, as I'm getting this point, Austin Riley hits a 2-run homer. And Braves take the lead in game 2. versus the Phillies. So, anyways, yeah, I'm editing and watching baseball at the same time. Yeah, this is awesome. So again, I'll point out what I pointed out in the last inning. You know, all these mistakes we're seeing, these are teachable mistakes. These are good mistakes. I love that I'm seeing these because we can work on these and we can, you know, this is fine tuning. We're doing the big things. Now we're trying to correct the little things. That's what we're looking at. You know, making sure your throws are accurate. Don't miss your first baseman. Don't miss your second baseman. You know, if you're a catcher, throwing it back, don't miss the pitcher. If you're the pitcher, you're going to go make catch over your head. You know, these are little small things that we can work on. We can get better. The thing is, they're making the right decisions. They're doing the right thing with the ball, particularly up the left-hand side. You know, between third base, shortstop, left field, they got to work out that last inning defensively for us, not the one we just got off offense. But everybody's getting to learn. Everybody's getting to grow. That's what we want from fall ball. And this is the kind of game that, God, I wish every game we played in fall was like this. Both the teams will be so much better if we could play games like this every game. But, of course, don't, because eventually you're going to have one team dominate another one, just the way it goes. Anyways, let's get back to the game. So as we're watching the team warm up here, you'll notice the catcher's again going to make a wild throw for the coming down throw right here. But the shortstop's going to adjust, going to make the catch, going to go back and tag second. Second baseman's going to back her up. I can't see the center fielder if she's out there or not. I'm looking on a phone. But anyways, I love that I'm seeing things that they're doing right, especially for the player who's just making her, well, technically her second game back, first one on film. Two things I'm noticing, my center fielder is in the middle this time. My left fielder is playing deeper up against the fence. I can't see my deep center fielder or my right fielder. We'll see where they are in a minute. So you're going to see here, bad throw from the pitcher. The first baseman should have caught it, but that's a hard catch to make. The right fielder did not come back up the first baseman. That's something they got to critique there. So you got to look back, see who the right fielder was in the bottom of the second inning here. But they did not back up first base. So number 27 here is playing shortstop, and you'll see her do what kept her from making shortstop for a long time. And she's going to do it right here. She's going to actually put her hand down and stop that ball from getting by her. Once she figured out how to do that right there, she stops it, fields it, sees everybody safe, holds the ball, gets it back to pitcher. That decision there was the right thing to do. Putting your hand up, not letting the ball by you. That is what took her a long time to learn. Now that she's learned that and got better there, she's able to start playing shortstop, because now she's good enough to field that spot. So, yeah, want to point that out there. Good job. And again now, showing that you can do that means we can put you at shortstop. You can do that more, and you can get even better.
baby.
Good job there by the pitcher, holding the tag for a second, look up the umpire. You can tell she plays a lot of shortstop and third base also.
You got it, kiddo.
Two balls, one strike.
Again, coming up, watch a third baseman get in position, shortstop backing her up, and the third baseman doesn't field the ball. But that's okay. We were in the right spot. That's what I want to see. Those little mistakes like that will get cleaned up with more experience. Thing is, everybody was in the right spot. That's what we're looking for. That means we've coached them up to do the right thing. It's just a matter of repetition so that they field that ball every time it comes at them. Also, I just noticed the shortstop ran over and covered third, too. Good heads-up thinking. Once again, catcher's going to make a wild throw back to pitcher, but the shortstop is there to back it up, field the ball. Only one run scored off the bad throw, so good heads-up playing by the infield. So I would have liked to have seen the second baseman playing a little bit deeper there to cover this kind of play, but in the end, it's not that bad. I mean, a lot of second basemen play up close like that. If you're a really good runner, you can do that. The thing I want to point out here, though, the right fielder came up, fielded the ball, tossed it in second baseman throw it in. I like seeing the right fielder attack the ball the entire way down. So good job there from right field, and honestly, good job in second base. I think you got to know how fast you can run, and if you're a limited runner, you probably got to play a little bit deeper. If you're a really good runner, you can afford to play a little bit shallower like that. And a good example would be spring of the 2023 season with the Black Stars. We had a game we borrowed another player. In that game, the girl who plays third base for the red team right now, we borrowed her and she played on our team. And she, playing second, made an awesome catch out in right field. She came from the dirt in second base, into the grass in right field, made a catch, got an out. That's what I'm saying. If you can make that kind of run and catch, you can play a little closer up to the bag or up to the baseline. But if you can't make that kind of play, you should be playing a little bit deeper. But again, this is, like I mentioned before, all these little small things I've been pointing out, these are small little tweaks. I am loving that I can point out these little small things like that. It's so much better than watching 5 runners get walked in for runs. And here we go. They've changed pitchers. We have number 8 coming in the pitch. You'll recognize her from last season. She wore a black uniform last season. This year, she finished out her commitment, and she was a free agent. She got on with a new team, and she now wears red. Same number, though. And she has really improved her pitching. And she is going to, it's not a 1-2-3 inning, but she's going to put us down pretty quick here. And you know, watching her pitch, this is a time for me I'd like to point out to pitchers out there who are watching this for my team. You don't have to pitch fast to be good. You need to pitch accurate. If you can just throw strikes, you will get outs. You may have to rely on your defense a little more, but you'll get outs. I've had pitchers in the past who throw really hard, really fast pitches, but they walk a lot of batters. It's hard to win pitching that way. This girl right here is a prime example. She does not have a lot of speed. Granted, she has more than she used to. But she does not have a lot of speed, but she gets a lot of outs because she throws hittable pitches. She gets a few off strikeouts, and she relies on her defense a lot. And you'll remember last year in the championship game, she pitched for us for 2 or 3 innings of the game and kept us in it by that exact mentality. Throw strikes that don't have to be hard. Let your defense help you out when they hit the ball. That's all you got to do. I try to push that with my pitchers all the time. If you're losing the strike zone, take a little off, throw 80%, get your accuracy back, and then start increasing the power, trying to get the speed up. Don't worry about the speed. Hit the strike zone. That's what you're going for.
3, 4. Look at him trying to tell me I do push-up. He didn't know he's done push-up 40 years. What's up, Chloe?
Hey! Balls, 2 strikes.
3 strikes.
3-2.
Good job, Chloe.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Nice. Good job, Jake. Yes. Strike all day long.
Good ball.
Come on, Chloe. Throw it in there, babe. good at games.
Hey, Black Pirates, when you're on second base, you need to get a much bigger lead off than that. The shortstop and second baseman are nowhere near you. You can lead off really big at second, and we're only taking one step. Well, the first two outs were from a former Black Pirate, struck us out. The third out was from a former Black Pirate playing second base who got the out at first. I'm seeing a lot of girls I've worked with out there actually beating me now. That's pretty good. Congratulations for them. That's got to feel awesome. All right, so two things here to point out. Number one, we don't have a catcher out there yet. So catchers, when there are two outs, you're supposed to be getting your catcher's gear on unless you are on deck. And in all actuality, looking at this now, the catcher was the next one to go on deck. So that's probably why she doesn't have her catcher's gear on. But aside from that, now I'm looking at that. Just rule of thumb there, when there's two outs, be getting ready unless you're in the situation she just was. Looking at the rest of the team, good time to point out here, we actually just swapped pitchers. I say swap. We swapped from the plan. We kept the same pitcher in there. This is where the plan was. We were going to put 19 at shortstop. Number 17 was going to play third, and number 27 was going to pitch. Well, 17 is doing such a good job pitching, and she struggled really bad in the last game that I left her in the pitcher. I wanted to give her a game to pitch where, she didn't have that bad taste in her mouth from the last game. So we left her in there, let her keep on pitching, which means I had to swap my shortstop and third baseman. So there's a little confusion on the infield real quick as we're getting them all realigned. But now they're all straightened out. Now the catcher's got her gear on, so we're all getting ready to go. And here right now I'm watching a shortstop. She's making good decisions. She is just missing on some of her throws. That's just no repetition. She's been injured all fall ball. She just came back last game. So also, like I said, that'll get better as she plays more. But also the third baseman over here, I don't know if she's ever played third before. So I'm over here showing her how to hold, where to hold, put your feet with the bag, tagging a runner, whether it's a forced play, whether it's not a forced play, if it's a steal coming from second, if you're trying to bring them back, they're trying to steal home and they're coming back to third. So just making sure she knows what to do. She's played a lot of shortstop, a lot of second. I've never put her at third before. So this is a good chance to make sure she knows how to play the position a little bit, kind of crash course there. And I don't seem to remember her making mistakes. I think she did pretty good. Here we go, bottom of the third. Now, if you'll remember in the first inning, I was pointing out that the short center fielder there is not playing the position correctly. Well, right here, they are. This is number 21 here. This ball is popped up. She adjusts right at the edge of the grass, makes the catch. Shortstop runs up and covers second base in case the runner tries to tag up. Good heads-up play from everybody right there. Good defense, Black Pirates. Another good coverage here from shortstop going to cover second base here. He's got a late jump. Got up here and caught the ball on the second base side. So it's a pretty accurate throw. It was a hair to the right, but that's not bad. But, the shortstop, man, she got to get there just about a step quicker when you're playing that position. Either way, she still made it work, though. And here, the left fielder and the shortstop run with the base runner all the way down to third. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And point out, this is a different left fielder than before. The left fielder from before is playing third right now. So I don't remember who I had in left field right here, but she played that perfect. And the shortstop played it perfect too. All right, now this play coming up here on their run down the second, there's a couple mistakes happen here. Number one, we got to be careful when we do this. In this situation, I'm actually okay getting the out and sacrificing the run. But second baseman here the second baseman threw the ball way too early. She should have ran the runner back to first a little bit more before she threw the ball. Runner was able to just turn right around and go back and tag shortstop and tag second base, before the shortstop could tag her. So you have to go back and watch that again. You're about to see a reason why I didn't mind going for that play at second in this situation. We've had a lot of passed balls, and right here you're about to see another one. In this situation here, we're going to make the throw to third. Third baseman's going to field the ball, apply the tag cleanly like you're supposed to. Shortstop, left fielder, all back up at third base. Good job all around, Black Pirates. But knowing that we're going to have a lot of passed balls, a lot of wild pitches, that's why I didn't mind sacrificing a run to get the out at second. But we got to get the out at second in this situation. Normally, if you're pitching a really good game, you would not go for that out at second. You'd concede the base, try to keep the runner from third from scoring. In a game like we have here, it was okay. And that's something where we'll work on before spring, having calls we'll make from the coach to decide whether or not that's going to happen. Now this right here is going to be an E6. The shortstop is going to field the ball cleanly, but the throw is going to be way off target at first base. An amazing play by the first baseman to come off the bag and catch that ball so that it don't get by her. So good play there. Good fielding from the shortstop. Just inaccurate throw from not playing for 2 months. That's what's going to happen. So we got to get her playing more and get that worked out. And a good time to point out that had we had got that runner out a second earlier, that was number 22. She just scored. That run wouldn't have happened. That would have been 2 outs. And if we'd have fielded the ball right there for number 43 at first, that would have been 3 outs, inning over, with us trailing by 1, getting the ball back with time running out. We could have won this game. So, again, little small things like that. We can win games when we clean these little things up. But the big thing is we're doing the big things. We're where we're supposed to be most plays. And that's what I've been wanting to see, and I'm seeing that, and I'm glad to see this team knows what to do, knows where to go. It's just a matter of executing the small details now. And again, instead of having 3 outs and only giving up 1 run to the first batter, we just walked with bases loaded. That was run number 13 for the Red Pirates. So again, come up here. I know I've picked on a shortstop a lot, but she's going to make a very heads-up play right here. Right here, she's going to field the ball, and rather than going to first, she's going to get the lead runner at third, get that out right there. Now we're back to 2 outs. And by the way, now that runner don't get to score. So good heads-up thinking from the shortstop, and she'll work on the accuracy of her throws just by getting to play more games. But she's thinking big, she's making the right decisions, and that decision right there got her to game ball, by the way. Those decisions come from situational awareness, knowing what you're going to do before the play happens. That's why we call, plays at 1, plays at 2, runner at 2, whatever. All those calls, that's so that you know what to do with the ball the instant the ball is hit. And that's what you can see there. There was no hesitation. She went straight to third base. Heads up play. And another close play at third base. She was safe, but barely. I couldn't get a replay because number 11's in the way. But either way, it was a close play. And good heads up play. Everybody was in position. Black Pirates are executing these little plays really good.
Every time I touch it, babe. She couldn't even touch that one.
All right, now in editing this on my phone, I cannot read the clock on the board, but if I remember right, we ended this inning with 3 or 4 minutes left to go in the game. And this is where it's a good time to point out, had we had got those first 3 outs by the, by the 5th batter, we had the opportunity to have 3 outs. And if we had done that, we'd have had 5 more batters who never got a chance to bat. We'd have got the ball back with a lot more time on the clock, time to score, time to come back and take the lead, and time to win the game. That's where little small executions are going to help us win games in the future. But right now, we're having to get to the point that we can begin to start doing that. That's what we're doing. So, that being said, what I'm doing right now is in the dugout, I am telling the players, we got to take the field. Notice right now, their defense hasn't took the field yet. They're trying to burn the clock out. I told my batters, get out there, get in the batter's box, be ready to play. Don't hesitate. Swing quick, get on base. Let's get as many runs as we can. I know we cannot win the game at this point. There's not enough time, but let's get some dignity. Let's go out there and make some hits, get a few more runs out of this before time runs out. So I'm rushing on fast as I can, and we just run out of time. We only get 2 or 3 at-bats here, and time's going to expire.
Thanks, Chloe. Woo!
Ball's in, coming down. Matter of fact, let's just play. We got 1 minute. Light her up.
Let the ball come to you. Don't worry, Jack. Let it come to you. It's coming.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Joey, I think that was personal. Good job, good job.
So you can hear everybody hollering at the umpire. He done took his mask off with 5 seconds left, walked off, called it. We already had our batter in the batter's box ready to get one more at bat, but he called it. I mean, we couldn't have won, but man, when we get as many at bats as we could, we're playing a good game. We're trying to help the team get better. Sucks, but the time limits we're playing with this year, it's just we got to adapt to them. And man, this is one right here where I wish we could have done things a little bit differently. We had a chance to win, but again, it's the 3rd or 4th game this year we've had a chance to win. Way better than the last game we played, where we were not in that game at all. So, good game all around. We had a lot of good lessons learned in this game. A lot of people got to be involved in critical plays, and they were able to learn. And that's what it's all about, learning and growing, because there's no championship for fall ball. There is a championship for spring ball. And I'm trying to build a team that stays together, at least the core of the team. I know you pick up new players every year, but I want the core, the main part of the team, to be together and all get to know each other. That way we got all these little signs we're calling all the time. We got these little code words we use. I want them all to know what it means. And it not having to train a whole new team every single season how to do this. So, you're always going to have 1 or 2 new players. But if we can keep the same core always together, God, it'd make this stuff so much easier. We burn so much time in preseason every year replacing key players. with new players, trying to get them caught up to where it takes us to the end of the season to be good. And it's just, 2 seasons in a row of doing that. Fighting through the season all year long, getting to the end, finally getting good, and the season's over, and then I'm going to lose half those players. So kind of, the other team over here, the red team, these girls, their infielders play together a ton. They all know each other. They've been playing together for years. The gray team from last season, that team played together for 7 years. They had 1 or 2 players come in or out here or there, but for the most part, that core team always stayed together. So we're trying to do the same thing here and learn. But in the end, as far as this game goes, Black Pirates, we had a chance, but we lose this one 15-10. We had the first inning and the third inning. We had chances to get out of those innings a lot earlier than what we did. And that was really on defense, not on pitching. Pitching did her job. She did, one of her better games she's pitched. So with her, she's always had velocity. She struggled a little more with accuracy. And her accuracy was good tonight. She had a lot of strikes. Only a few walk batters for her normal numbers. It was way less. A lot more strikes. She put the ball in play. And defense had to make plays. And for the most part, we did. But we were tick slow, a little bit off in some of our plays. We weren't making necessarily the heads-up play. We were doing a lot of routine, field the ball, throw it first. Not thinking heads up, not thinking big picture. And, we had a few players that weren't lining up in the right spot. A couple of the outfielders weren't adjusting. And like I pointed out in the last game, we had a lot of outfielders in the last game that just stood there. And I can get in the last game, you standing there when the ball is finally hit 3 innings into the game, we get our first hit that we get to play on defense. You don't go moving because you've spent past hour and a half just standing there watching nothing happen, staring off space. Well, in this game, that didn't happen. There was a lot of balls fielded. Every player should have been moving every single play. And I can understand. There's a play here, there, you'll make a mistake. But we had some players out there in outfield who just didn't want to move around. We're being statues out there. And I say that. Actually, at the same time, one of them I pointed out 2 or 3 times doing that. I turned right around the next play and did move around and make the right play. So even the ones that stood around did eventually get to do something. But these are the kind of games where you get to learn, and we've had too many games where they got used to standing there. Love this one, love the output. This is far more beneficial for us. I'm sure the opposing team, they probably learned a lot too because they also got to play a lot of ball. It's way better playing games like this. Everybody gets learned, everybody gets better. And you never know. Some of these players on my team may be on their team next season, and some of their players might be on my team next season. So it's good for both teams to get to learn. Because these players are all going to bounce around. We're all going to have them over time. I just point out to you how many girls on the other team have been on mine in the past. And 1 or 2 of theirs that they have, obviously be the same way. But, we've played on both teams before. So good time to point that out. But we're going to lose this one, unfortunately, 15-10. We had a chance to, come back there and at least tie the game back up had we have got those other runs. If we got out of 3rd inning a little bit faster, we could have tied it up, but we were sluggish getting out there. That's another thing that's, if we build consistency with teams, we won't be so sluggish coming out of the dugout. I can work on that, but every season I'm bringing new players up to speed, and I can't. There's probably a better way to do it. I just don't know it, I'm sure other coaches might not have that problem, but they might be more experienced or have better ideas of how to do it, so I wish we could have got that last batter, number 17. There was still time on the clock. She could have batted. But, they called it. It wasn't going to make a difference in the game. I just hate it for her. She didn't get the bat. God, yeah, just so much good stuff. So many good lessons in this game, though. I just got to go back and emphasize that again. I love that. A lot of good plays to learn from. We had a lot of hit balls, a lot of fielded balls. Probably more in this game than we've had in some other games combined. So everybody got to play a lot. Yeah, let's go over stats. We had 24 at-bats. We got 5 hits, only 2 strikeouts, 2 groundouts, 13 walks, and we scored 10 runs. For pitching, number 17 pitched the entire game. She faced 23 batters, gave up 10 hits, only 9 walks, 1 strikeout, 2 hit by pitch. Probably one of her better games she's pitched as far as strike zone consistency. And again, defense made some plays, but defense also had some errors. Number 21 caught the fly ball for an out from the center field. Number 27 got the out going to 3rd base to number 19. And we had a few players, 21, 19, and 53, all got to play 3rd base in this game. 27 was shortstop the entire game. 34 was first base, I believe, the entire game. She also called a couple wild throws that were nowhere near first base and kept them from going to the outfield. Number 7 started at catcher, then went to second base. So, yeah, a lot of girls got to rotate around, play a lot of infield. And it's showing. They're getting a lot more consistency. And as we do this more, they'll get even better. And then our pitcher will not have all these walks because she'll have more outs from her defense. And that's when we'll be winning a lot more games. All right, so the film's about to run out here. So let's just say we got 2 games left. Let's keep learning. Let's keep playing better. And, man, I can't wait till we get back to spring. I hope this team has learned enough that we're far more competitive in spring. Biggest thing we do is got to get more consistency at pitching. And when pitching is a hair off and pitching like today, we got to be making plays on defense. And we can do that when we actually get to play games where we can play defense and we don't walk every batter. So that's what this game was. It's a much better game. Can't wait till the next game. We're off this following week for fall break. Then we come back for 2 more games. In the meantime, Jeeps be jeeping.